जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्
I tell you, all the political ideologies, democracy, communism, whatever name you may call it, ultimately, in the root form, I can give only one name, mobocracy. It is just mobocracy. It's a mob. Just because the whole mob does it, you do it, that's all. Anything which makes individual to think, it is very difficult to spread that. But for anything where you don't need to think and just flow with the mob, very easy to make that happen. Why do you think still Even the most intelligent media is not able to take spirituality to the common mass. I have seen some of the most intelligent people in the field of journalism, as reporters or cameramen or some way in media. But they say, no Swamiji, this cannot be told to the world, this will not sell, we will lose our TRP. Even if media wants, it cannot teach spirituality to common masses because it makes you think individually. Understand, the moment you are made to think, you are an individual. You become individuals. People always want to stand where the crowd is. They just want to disappear into the crowd. When you disappear into the crowd, even if you die, you feel good. You don't feel bad. The whole crowd died. What's there for us? So everybody has to decide whether for the side of Arjuna or for the side of Duryodhana. And everybody who is ready to fight, who is entering the fight, knows both sides are strong. Whichever side they choose, they are going to be killed. It is a mass suicide. And the whole group chose it knowingly. Then naturally, when they are given the choice, people thought, all right, at least for some time, I was under Duryodhana. I know him well, so I cannot say no to Duryodhana. Let me go with Duryodhana. Just because they decided to go with Duryodhana, they are not Pandava's enemies. See, only an intelligent person can see who are our enemies or who are our friends of our enemies. They are there in the opposite side because they are committed to the enemy in some other way. They do not have a direct enmity with you. Only if you know all these details, precise, clear understanding, you can catch it. You can catch the thread which is necessary for victory, the strategy planning. Otherwise, many times we will be doing unnecessary things. See, you may be wasting your time just fighting with somebody who has come to the opposite side just because his friendliness with the enemy. See, first destroy the enemy. After that, naturally, even if your friend's enemies are alive, they will choose, hey, now my friend is dead, now what, why should we continue to fight? For him only I came to fight. Now he is not there, then why fight? Drop, relax, draw. So, to make all these strategies, you need to know who is enemy and who is friend of enemy and all these details. You need awareness and patience. See here, Arjuna is showing almost all the qualities necessary to be a leader. But he is missing few things to be an enlightened leader. I think that gap only is filled by Krishna's teachings, Gita. If you don't know who is your enemy and the friend of the enemy, you may be wasting your time in killing the friend of the enemy, which is not directly required. Doing unnecessary things waste your time and energy. Story for you guys.
Discover the secrets of health and wealth in one package. For the first time, a 2-day health and wealth workshop by Paramahamsa Nithyananda. 100% healing for a range of ailments. Wipe out illness from body, mind and being. Awaken your body's natural intelligence and healing powers. Overcome stress and powerfully resolve your wealth-related conflicts. Discover the secrets of creating and celebrating wealth.
Let me tell you step by step how you build the patterns. First, the memory. Morning 7 o'clock, coffee is very nice. After 1 month, it becomes samskara, engram. Morning 7 o'clock, I should have coffee. After 1 year, it becomes muscle memory. Means morning 7 o'clock, if I don't get coffee, I will feel little low mood. I will feel low, feel little irritated.
Dynamic interactive awareness sessions that reveal the secrets of a perfect health and having abundance in wealth.
I will have headache. That is biomemory. After 6-7 years or 10 years, really one day you are caught somewhere, you are not able to get coffee and having headache, rolling on the ground. That is DNA level. Now understand how the memory becomes samskara, engram. Engram becomes pattern. Pattern becomes muscle memory. Muscle memory becomes biomemory. Biomemory becomes DNA level pattern.
Intense meditations and kriyas that holistically instill a transformed health and wealth consciousness in you. At Baroda from March 24th to March 25th, 2012. Contact 91-851-11-25239.
One guy walking in the road suddenly sees his watch was lost and he wants to know the time. He was walking near a mental asylum. So he looks this side and that side. He sees a patient walking inside the compound of the asylum, inside the fence of the asylum. So he shouts, "Sir!" That fellow replies, "What do you want?" "Sir, may I know what is time?" Immediately the patient jumps and says, "Wait for a minute." And he brings a tall pipe and keeps it in a certain direction, looks this side and that side, gets a measurement tape and measures the shadow of the pipe. After a calculation, 5 minutes, he comes out and says, "Sir, I think now it is time, 8:18. If it is August 28th, which I supposed to be." Anyhow, the man who was walking on the road was really pleased. And he says, "Brilliance. Thank you, sir. But only one thing I want to know. If there is no sun, if it is too cloudy, how will you find the time?" The patient replied, ah. He holds up and wrist and says, I suppose I just look at my watch. Sometime you are doing too many unnecessary things. If you know who is your enemy and who is friend of your enemy, well-wisher of your enemy, you can wage the war in right way. If you don't know your well-wisher, the enemy's well-wishers, you may be killing the well-wishers unnecessarily, which is not required. That's why he is asking, let me see these well-wishers in this war of the evil-minded Duryodhana who have come together here to fight. He makes it very clear, only Duryodhana is his enemy. Let's go to the next verse. 24th.
सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो गुडाकेशेन भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्.
Sanjaya Uvacha Evamukto ऋषिकेशो कुडाकेशेन भारत सेनयोर उपयोर मध्ये रथं स्थापयमेच्युत. सेनयोर उपयोर मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्. Sanjaya says, O descendant of Bharata, being thus addressed by Arjuna, Krishna then drew up the fine chariot to the middle of both the armies in front of Bhishma, Drona, and all the kings and said, Arjuna, behold the Kauravas assembled here. I think these sutras, two verses are connected. Let's listen both the verses. O descendant of Bharata, being thus addressed by Arjuna, Krishna then drew up the fine chariot to the middle of both the armies in front of Bhishma, Drona, and all the kings and said, Arjuna, behold the Kauravas assembled here in detail. First time, Krishna is opening his mouth in Gita and he is doing what Arjuna asked. He takes the chariot, puts the chariot in front of the army of Kauravas. He puts the chariot in the middle of both the armies, in front of Bhishma, Drona, and all the kings. And he says, Arjuna, behold the Kauravas assembled here. You need to know with whom you are going to fight. Who are your enemies? Who are the friends of your enemies? He is describing the whole scene. I wanted to introduce these words used here by Sanjaya. The words to mention Krishna and Arjuna. He uses a word Kudakesha for Arjuna. Kudakesha means man who conquered the sleep. Hrishikesha means man who conquered, mastered all the senses. Man who conquered all the senses is driving the chariot. Man who conquered the sleep is going to fight. Then what will happen? See here, conquering the senses means ability to control.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nithyananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.
Conquering the sleep means ability to explode. Two different dimensions of conquering. Conquering the sleep means no laziness, no tiredness, all the things related to sleep. Laziness, tiredness, the chronic fatigue, everything has only one route. Arjuna is a guy who has conquered that. See, Kuta Kesha is one of the great quality. Conquering the sleep. When you are able to conquer the sleep, something happens to your brain. Not just non-mechanical parts of your brain is awakened. An extraordinary creativity and the feeling to take responsibility. Please understand. Conquering sleep not only means that ability to live without sleeping or ability to sleep whenever you want, as long as you want. It also means ability to take the responsibility. Many times, people are afraid to accept new type of life. They don't want to take up new kind of life. They don't want to make new major big decisions. And they have a very nice word to cover up their laziness. We take life as it comes. If you are waiting for the life to take the major responsibilities for you, it will take the major decisions for you It will do, but after giving you strong kicks. Very beautifully, Vivekananda says, better you take the responsibility and make decisions. Otherwise, Maya will start doing. Maya means the nature, the world will start doing. But the difficulty is when Maya starts doing, you will be given such a strong message. Sometimes it permanently impairs some of your capabilities and freedom. It happened. Let me give you one example. One guy who was our devotee started having some affairs. Wife came and cried to me. I said, call that guy. I called him and said, what is this? Then he said, Swamiji, you should only stop me. He said, what do you mean? I can only advise, don't do. I asked him, what do you mean that I should only stop you? You want me to take your car keys and hide it or what? He said, no, no, no. You only should take care of me. You only should stop me. I said, don't you see it is such a nasty way of escaping from the responsibility? Anyhow, the fool went away, dodging me. He had some serious accident and a very powerful injury in the back. And Mooladhara top, fuse gone. Very difficult. See, if you have listened and taken the responsibility on your own, it would have been totally different. But when the life teaches, that becomes totally different. For more than last 1 year, from inside continuously I was feeling that I need to just silently rest for a month because some extraordinary things are waiting to come out. They were sitting inside my being and waiting to explode and express. But the other side, my compassion and reaching out to people has taken the priority. I did not give time for that something extraordinary which was waiting to come out. And Shani took the responsibility of keeping me in one place for a month, which was otherwise impossible, and allowed all the extraordinary things to explode and settling of my body to happen. That is why suddenly the levitation started, materialization started. Anyhow, suddenly all this materialization, everything started. Because this extraordinary power was waiting, intuitively I was receiving messages continuously that you need to rest your body for a month. Only then the explosion and settling can happen. But when I did not listen, life has made it happen. When the life teaches you, catch it. Don't wait for it to force things on you. Kuta Kesha means man who conquered the sleep, who takes the decisions, not waiting to life to force the situations. Whenever life teaches, catch it. Don't make the life to force its decisions on you. Because sometimes even the so-called wrong things make some great right things to happen in the life. You don't know what for life is doing what. A story. Old father asks his son, who is staying outside the country, "Oh my son, I want to plant potatoes, but it is a very difficult job. Can you come down to our home and help me to plow the land so that I can grow little potatoes?" The son writes the reply, "No, no, no, don't do anything in that land. All my weapons are hidden underground in that land only. It's all inside. I've covered it. Don't touch that land." Within 24 hours, the army people came and dug the whole earth. They could not find any weapon and they went away. Next day the son replies, "Father, now plant your potatoes. This is the best I could do from here, because I know all the letters are read by the army." Sometime life may dig your land, but I tell you, better dig it on your own. Better take the responsibility before life forces its decisions on you.
Discover the power of Kundalini Awakening at Kalpataru, a unique full-day transformational program blessed personally by rare living incarnation Paramahamsa Nithyananda. What is Kundalini? Kundalini is the tremendous potential energy hidden inside every individual, which can be awakened through initiation by an enlightened master. Once awakened, Kundalini has the power to transform every area of your life and bring you health, wealth, success, joyful relationships, and spiritual enlightenment. Harness the power of meditation and initiation. Experience a glimpse of Kundalini awakening at Kalpataru. Manifest your destiny. Every weekend at Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru.
Kuta Kesha means the man who has conquered the sleep, who is taking the responsibility of his life continuously. So here, Krishna, who has conquered the senses, mastered the senses, is driving the chariot. See, to drive the chariot, you need controlling power. To fight, you need exploding power. Kutakesha, man who conquered the sleep, takes the responsibility to explode. Rishikesa, the man who conquered the senses, can control the horses. See, actually the whole Krishna's chariot, the Arjuna's chariot, is the human body. The horses are the senses. Arjuna is the individual soul who need to take the responsibility by conquering unconsciousness and sleep. Krishna is the Paramatma, the reflection of the cosmic soul in the body. I can say the presence of the cosmic soul more than a reflection. Presence of the cosmic soul in the body, who completely controls all the senses, controls all the horses, and takes the individual soul to its destination, enlightenment, to to the ultimate. Whenever the individual soul is depressed, the cosmic soul, the presence of the cosmic soul brings the individual soul out of depression and guides. That guidance is Gita. See, the guidance which comes inside, from inside, and lifts you out of depression every time is Gita. Many times Krishna is talking to you, only you miss it. Of course, you need to know who is talking to you. Sometime, in the name of Krishna, you talk for yourself and put the blame on Krishna. You better know with whom you are talking. On new trainee in a corporate company calls through the intercom to the kitchen and shouts, "You guys are delaying, I asked for coffee 10 minutes before. What is going on? What kind of job you are doing?" He was shouting. But suddenly he realized, based on the tone from the other side, he pressed the wrong number. Because the other side person was shouting, "Do you know with whom you are talking? I am the manager." This new trainee was shocked. And he says, "I understand. Do you know with whom you are talking?" The manager said, "No, I don't know. Tell me." This fellow says, "Thank God," and keeps the intercom. Understand, you need to know with whom you are talking or who is talking to you.